looking to deliver the gift of a big win to the home crowd tonight. Welcome, and the starting lineup for the Timberwolves. The wings set for him, Edwards and McDaniels. Randall out there with Rudy Gobert. And it's the captain in at the point. And for the Rockets, the pairing up front, Smith and Şengün. Jalen Green is out there with Wright. And it's Black in at the 3, the small forward. And in the NBA, Richard, the front court positions more than any other, evolving quite a bit in recent years.
Yeah, more versatility is required now than ever before. And both of these teams are loaded with talent in their front court. This should be an exciting watch.
Now, here's McDaniels. No one near Randall as he lets it go. The wing jumper off target. Inside, stolen by McDaniels. Now Edwards. Driving in, and Edwards with the stuff.
And how about the athleticism from Edwards, rocketing off the drive there for the slam.
Edwards against Green. The kick out to Wright. Here's the captain. One up, one down. 2 points with his first shot this game.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Easy possessions like that literally are just a gift. You just dream of them. He'll gladly take those.
Gobert with the block.
And when Gobert is playing with this kind of aggression on that end, there aren't many better at defending.
And he's very confident from that range, but you can't make them all.
Edwards against Şengün. Edwards passes to McDaniels. Here's the captain, and stolen by Wright.
No question, he got bumped on that shot.
Number 4, first personal foul, first team foul.
And now we'll get a perspective here on how the hustle game has been going for Minnesota.
From the tip, they are not making things easy on them. Lots of steals, playing disruptive basketball.
And guys, they've also done a great job generating offense from their defense, forcing turnovers and making the defense pay for those mistakes.
And he knocks down the first one. After 2 consecutive first-round exits, Greg, the Timberwolves are looking to take that next step.
And with Anthony Edwards at the helm, I think they will soon. But you have to remember, he is only 22 years old. And when your star is that young, you typically have to endure some growing pains before breaking through.
He's perfect from the line this time. Hey, Richard, you look at Houston's roster. They are stacked with high-level athletes.
The Houston Rockets have done a great job of adding players that they feel can add strength and cultivate skill. Because athleticism, that's something that you just can't teach.
And getting aggressive and creative. Edwards finding ways to create space on the floor.
Here's Smith. No good on the shot. Randall with some nice D. The Timberwolves have gone 3 of 5 shooting the ball so far. Pass to McDaniels. Edwards inside. He's against Green. Edwards, that's good. Edwards got 6 points.
And great strength and body control from Edwards. Able to finish through the contact.
And now the first timeout called here for the Rockets.
And they just can't seem to get going offensively.
And coach called his timeout to try and reset things on offense. Shake them up a bit so they can hopefully start getting some shots to fall.
A chance to check out some stats for him. Just over 2.5 minutes played here so far in the first quarter. Here's Smith. Here's Şengün. And the rebound paying off as they pick up 2 on the second chance bucket right there.
Second chance points always hurt. Just not enough effort to block out.
Yeah, I'm going to go out on a limb here and say they need to emphasize rebounding going forward.
Here's the captain. 33 points last game. Edwards can't hit.
Having a hand up in your face makes such a difference to a shooter.
Yeah, that's a good defender making a play, and he does it without fouling.
They kick it out to Green. Buries it from three-point range.
Oh, the corner isn't always Green's spot, but we know he's got the skill to hit from there.
Just under 3.5 minutes gone here in the first quarter. Pass to McDaniels. Shot clock at 5. Over Green. It's rebounded by Houston. Last time they met was right here, and they came out with the win.
And they got the better of this matchup last time with their defensive pressure and the ability to force turnovers.
This defensive game plan is easy, keeping it the same, making them change things.
So it's the Timberwolves now. The Rockets making the shot. Randall from outside. The offensive rebound. And Gobert kicks to McDaniels. Drills the three-pointer.
And that's exactly what he's looking for, draining the triple.
And so it's Wright bringing up the ball for Houston. Trailing by 2. Feeds to Black. Goes up on the high post. Gobert pulls it in. For Minnesota, they've gotten 5 of 10 shots to drop in this game so far. Right at the 50% mark. Got a piece of it and stolen by Wright. The pass to Smith. Finished off the break.
What a tough take there by Smith. That takes serious body control.
Minnesota's gone 1 of 3 from beyond the arc so far in the game. Here's the captain, guarded by Wright. Oh, a nice defensive play to disrupt the alley-oop. Here's Black. He had 27 points last game. Green inside. He's defended by Randall. Down to 5 on the shot clock. It's tipped. Here's the captain. He seems to always be finding ways to score, averaging around 23.5 points a game.
And the defense cannot underestimate Randall's strength. Pushes right through the contact and gets the shot.
Now a timeout called by Houston. And we're getting past the early part of the season now. Richard, are teams more or less aware of how good they are by this stage?
Well, if teams are being honest, then yeah, some teams might still be lying to themselves, but most coaches and players know exactly what they are working with by now, Kevin.
Check out the Western Conference standings right now that we're here in the new year. You look at the Rockets. Right now they've compiled the 3rd best record in the conference. Of course, there's the Timberwolves. Quite a few spots down the ladder right now.
And I think for the Timberwolves, they're one of those teams that hasn't quite figured it out this year. A lot of talent, a lot of heart, but nothing to put them up on that next level.
And you have to wonder if this roster can get to that next level. They have talent, but if it doesn't come together, they might have to shake it up.
Yeah, another nice bucket down low. They've really been able to work the ball into the post effectively here so far.
Now here's Randall. Very solid contribution from him as he averages over 20 points a game. And looks like the illegal pick was set. Yep, that's right. That'll get their attention.
That's going to draw a whistle every time down the floor. Not even close to being a legal screen.
That's a very avoidable turnover. You gotta focus on the details.
Outside, Green. Pass to Şengün. Now, Green. Clock at 6. Black, no good. For Minnesota, they've gone 6 of 12 from the field here in the first quarter. And he gets it to go. Randall's got his second bucket.
And with his strength, Randall can finish through the contact better than most. It's part of what makes this guy.
The shot is good.
I know what they say, defense wins championships, but you need some bucket getters too now.
Pass to Gobert. Here's the captain. A baseline J. And it's right, sending it back. Here's Green. And he comes up with the deuce. Green's got 5 now. And what's your take, guys, in the hustle sticks for the Rockets?
The enthusiasm they've brought to their defense so far is something else. Going after shooters and really hustling to get their hands on shots.
And also, given the game is more fast-paced nowadays, I like the way they've capitalized in transition, keeping their foot on the gas and smothered him on that mid-range attempt.
That's how you play it. Does a good job of getting into the shooter's airspace.
Randall passes to the captain. That's basket number 2 with his third shot off to a fast 2 for 3. And so Green will bring it up for Houston. Richard, the Houston Rockets were once a powerhouse team in the West, especially during the 2010s.
Yeah, they even gave the KD and Steph Curry Warriors a run for their money. Look, the James Harden era in Houston was special, and now they're trying to get back into contention.
What an entrance to the league Jalen Green has had.
So much success early on in his career, and it was expected. He's a scoring machine. Anything he's asked to do on the floor, he can get it done.
And he makes the first.
Very good from here. Green over 80% from the line.
Reed, he's checked in for Minnesota. And that one goes in. 2 from the line that time.
And it's a luxury to have a great shooter like him at the line. Very rarely see him miss.
Passes it to McDaniels. Here's the captain. And the pass to Reed. This is to Randall.
And that's when they say you can't teach tall. This is where size helps you. Owning those rebounds on the defensive end.
Now here's Green. He has 7. Here's Black. And he banks in the layup. And the Rockets lead by 4.
And those are the kind of nice inside looks they've gotten here in the first half.
Randall against Smith. Randall with the bucket. Randall's got 6 points.
Yeah, an underrated ball handler. Randall can beat you off the dribble. He keeps pressure on the defense.
Fades and shoots. And it's Houston with another.
The offensive successes due in part to his quality shooting. He hasn't wasted too many looks.
Here's the captain. Pass to McDaniels. Timberwolves passing it around. Here's the captain. Count that one. He has 6.
Pick works well there. Not much resistance from the D.
Yeah, that just comes down to a lack of effort. The defender has to do a better job fighting through the screen.
Now here's Wright. His last outing at 20 points.
That is not possible. What we just... Is that possible?
I think it is, Greg. Not probable, but like possible, like you said. Pause the rewind, courtesy of the AT&T 5G Slam Cam. Up top, Randall. And the basket is good, and he's got a chance here for one more at the line.
Oh, man, he's feeling it this quarter. They should be looking to get him going every trip down the floor.
And this is his first trip to the line tonight. Houston with a big group substitution here. Steven Adams, he's checked in for Şengün. Thompson comes in for Smith. Brooks checked in for Green. And it's Fred VanVleet in for Wright. That free throw good from Randall. Houston in the lead.
2 minutes remaining.
Here's Black. Those point totals exceed any reasonable expectations. Somehow he's managed to average about 34.5 points a game. And McDaniels with the block.
And right from the start, Kevin, they've been pounding the glass. Most of those 50-50 balls also going their way.
Here's the captain. Score the basket. His 4th. He's only missed 1 of his 5 shots tonight.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Here's Brooks. The shot from the low post is good. And the Rockets lead by 1.
And there's a little size to Brooks. 6'7", and he can get it done against good D inside.
Timeout called, first of the game for Minnesota.
And when you look at Dylan Brooks, and he's someone that doesn't mind playing the villain.
Yeah, he definitely seems to embrace this villain role, Greg. And look, your team.
And some changes here for the Timberwolves. Rudy Gobert, he's checked in for Randall. Alexander Walker comes in for McDaniels. And it's Dante DiVincenzo in for Edwards. Here's the captain. 8 points for him. And he drives in, and the bucket is good. 3-point play chance here for him.
Personal foul.
Talk about putting a team on your back. He has been dominant this quarter, and I don't think they are winning without him.
First trip to the free throw line for him tonight.
And, you know, something I remember from their last game was how good he was at the line.
One shot.
Here's Black. And there's the call on Rudy Gobert. That'll be his second foul of the game.
That's his second foul already, and that's going to force him to tone down his aggression defensively.
Van Vliet outside. And it's blocked. And they get it back. The shot by Thompson, no good. Minnesota in the lead. The captain passes to DiVincenzo. Here's the captain, covered by Van Vliet to the inside. And yes, it's good.
He finds a shooter in motion and is confident he can thread him with the lead pass. Well done.
And it's Houston's ball. Van Vliet outside. Count it from 12.
And Van Vliet has the stroke to shoot from anywhere, even mid-range, when he has to.
Pass to the captain. Thompson with the rebound. Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. Kicks to Adams. Here's Black. Six to shoot. Takes the three. A shot, no good. And still a close game as the first quarter comes to a close. Timberwolves lead by 2. Stay with us as we get set to bring you the second quarter right after this. Some good action in the books as we get back to the game that's been pretty close here so far. And before we move on, what do you guys think about what we've seen so far from the Timberwolves?
Well, this is the edge that great rim protection can give you.
You can't overstate how much interior defense can shape the game. They have a distinct advantage there, and they have turned it into a lead.
The pairing up front, Smith and Şengün. White is out there with Green, and it's Thompson in at the small forward position. That's the 5 for Houston right now. Şengün kicks to Green. Clock at 6. Right at the free throw line. Gobert pulls it in. Gobert's got 6 rebounds in the game. Here's the captain, guarded by Wright. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle and 2 shots coming up. And we see players sometimes, Greg, after a change of venue, they change teams, suddenly taking the next step. What can key that be?
Kevin, it's not all just opportunity and fit. I think there can be a mental component as well. A fresh start can give you a blank canvas to try new things.
And the first one drops. That's also good. So he hits both free throws. Rockets trail by 4. To the middle. Here's Şengün. And he floats in for the easy 2. Credit the assist on that one.
And they've repeatedly probed inside in the first half, guys, and it's paid off.
Here's the captain. Passes it to Alexander Walker. Over Şengün. Moves back up. Gobert. And there's the bucket. Stay with it on the offensive glass, getting it done.
They're scoring boatloads of buckets. It's raining buckets from inside.
Let's check in with our reporter, David Aldridge.
Thank you, Kevin. Well, the Thompson twins, Amen and Ausar, became the first set of twins to become first-round draft picks this summer. Amon said making the NBA has been a whole dream since the 3rd grade. Sarr added, I always have someone there to push me and to keep it 100 with me. We're never too high or too low, and we're always just there for each other and want one another to succeed. Kevin?
Oh, man, that's tremendous. David, thanks. Minnesota calls timeout.
Every timeout, a chance to review the lineups, matchups, or call a play.
I'm sure all of the above is in order, and you can never be too content.
Minnesota making some changes. McDaniels, he's checked in for Gobert. Edwards comes in for Dante DiVincenzo. And it's Conley in for the captain. And we're a little over a minute and a half into the second quarter of action. It's Edwards on the wing, covered by Smith. Edwards passes to Reed. Shot clock at 5. And it's Wright sending it back. And he recovers it. And it's Thompson with the ball. He'll bring it up for the Rockets. Trailing by 2. With the drive. Here's Şengün. That's in, coming off the assist from Thompson. Şengün's got the game tied up here for the Rockets. And here in the second quarter of action with a hair under 2.5 minutes played so far. Right against Conley. Şengün with the rebound. Şengün's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Wright finds Şengün. And trying for the go-ahead basket. It doesn't go in for Minnesota. They've gotten off to a rough start here in the second quarter. Going just 1 for 5. Got a piece of it. Outside, Green. Smith outside. 6 on the shot clock. Here's Wright. He drains it as the shot clock ticks down. Wright's got 4 this quarter.
That makes it 10 of their last 12 coming from inside the paint.
Conley against Wright. Conley, the pass to Reed. Denied. Smith feeling it out a bit. Wright. And Wright throws it down hard.
Heads up play by Smith, giving it away instead of forcing something.
And we've seen some pretty impressive things from Alperen Şengün.
Yeah, young fella already has a record to his name. The youngest center to get at least 30 points, 15 rebounds, and 5 assists in one game. You want to know who the previous record holder was, Greg? Listen, I got you. It was Shaq.
Now, here is Smith. Anthony Edwards unable to get his last shot to go in.
Oh, he just punches that one down with a fury.
Rubs it in a little deeper with the hanging finish. Minnesota calls timeout. They defeated the Pelicans in their last game.
And that one was all about offensive execution, running your plays, picking your spots.
And no team is going to shoot 50% every night, but this team has the right approach. When the shots are falling, they can light it up.
the numbers for McDaniels, how last month turned out for him, he's getting around 8 points a game, 2 assists, and 2 rebounds. But you look at all that, and really it doesn't give you the entire picture of his impact defensively.
Just in general, numbers don't tell the whole story with defense. Guys like him, you have to watch to understand his impact.
Now here's Edwards, who's coming off an unbelievably high-scoring game.
And he's a true inside-out threat. Edwards wants to score from everywhere on the floor.
Here's Thompson. They lead by 4. Rebound by Alexander Walker.
They timed up the layup perfectly. The D saw it develop and got there to bother the shot.
And how about that move by Conley, adjusting around the contact to get the finish.
Now here's Green. He had 19 points in the win against Brooklyn. What an asset to a team when you've got big men who can knock down free throws. Look here at the top centers and power forwards in terms of free throw percentage this season. Well, you look at Reed, second in the NBA. So great from the line.
And with those numbers at the free throw line, he should be trying to get there as often as possible. I mean, operating among the big bodies in the paint, he gets those chances.
The first free throw is good. He hits both from the stripe. Last game for Houston, they picked up the win against the Nets. Conley against Wright. Inside, here's Reed. Whistle blows, basket is good. So a chance here for a three-point play.
And he's a pure point guard with terrific vision. Conley finds open teammates at times before they realize they're open.
And he's got his first chance at the line here. And that one falls for Reed. And it's Thompson with the ball. He'll bring it up for the Houston Rockets. Driving inside. 2 points. That one goes. Thompson's got his first points of the night.
Tenacious on the attack. Thompson is fantastic at finding lanes to the basket.
Edwards drives in.
And some hang time on the rim. Puts a little cherry on the top of that slam.
Those kind of displays of strength can get one team rolling. Smith on the wing. That's another one for him. His fifth in just 7 shots.
That 6'10" height to Smith, it almost surprises you. He doesn't move like that, but it really helps him inside.
Conley feeling it out. Smith against Edwards. Outside Conley from downtown. And again, Minnesota with the triple.
Came into the NBA as an average shooter at best. Conley's worked as hard as anyone to improve his shot. Part of why he's had such a stellar career.
Now a timeout called by Houston. They're coming off that win against the Nets.
In that one, they owned the backboards. Most of the second chance opportunities went to them.
And you could tell it was demoralizing for their opponent, missing out on all those extra possessions.
Tari Eason's checked in for Jabari Smith. Black comes in for Thompson. And it's Fred VanVleet in for Jalen Green. Big group substitution now for Minnesota. Gobert, he's checked in for Reed. Randall comes in for McDaniels. Dante DiVincenzo, he's checked in for Alexander Walker. And the captain subbed in for Mike Conley. Shot clock at 6. Another miss by Houston.
Having a hand up in your face makes such a difference to a shooter.
Yeah, that's a good defender making a play, and he does it without fouling.
Black kicks to VanVleet. Back to Black. And the 3 off target. The Timberwolves have gone 6 of 14 shooting here in the second.
Oh, my goodness. What a play.
Oh, my. What a huge flush by Edwards, showing off right now.
Down low, here's Eason.
And one step ahead of the defense with that solid screen.
And Ben Gregg, the monster dunk to finish it off.
Oh, great chemistry on display. He understood where to put the screen in order to free up his teammate.
Here's the captain. That one is good again. He's 6 for 8 from the floor with the basket.
And of the last 6 baskets, 5 have come on the interior. This is just smash mouth physical basketball, guys.
Now here's Wright. 14 points for him. To the paint. Good, and VanVleet gets the assist. Wright's got it all tied up now for the Rockets.
And great find by VanVleet. He's in control of this offense and generally makes good decisions.
And Edwards with the stuff.
And then the young fella busts out the slick move inside to get open for the jam.
Greg, that was sick and slick. The D had no chance. Here's what the Minnesota Timberwolves have lined up on their schedule. On Sunday, they'll be taking on Klay Thompson and the Dallas Mavericks. And then on Tuesday, they'll go up against the Magic in Orlando.
And Kevin, I think you have to look at this as an opportunity to take a step forward. Sometimes tough road trips can bring the best out of a team and bring you closer together.
First free throw is good. And so VanVleet nails both of them. So it's the Timberwolves now. Edwards looking it over. Oh, good on the 3.
And you don't want to give up that kind of look too often.
And the dunk by Eason. Well, guys, this first half has been about as tightly contested as you could hope for.
There have been a lot of lead changes. Goodness.
Here's the captain. He's got 15. Outside for Randall. The putback, he hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
Then Gobert showing how much he wanted that basket.
And so VanVleet will bring it up for Houston. That one falls, his second basket of the game. He's now 2 for 3.
Nice job getting inside for the layup. Got the D thinking, jump shot, gave a little pump fake, and then off to the races.
Randall against Eason. And 2 free throws coming up, unable to get that one to go with all the contact.
And we've seen Randall up his aggressiveness lately, accepting more responsibility and taking more initiative.
The Timberwolves may yet missed a free throw. 5 for 5.
And they've had really good numbers all season from the free throw line.
First one falls for him. And he can't hit the second. Houston's gone 0-2 from deep here in the second. Inside, Eason. That's in, and he's now 3 for 3 and looking sharp.
He was inside his own head in that first quarter. You could see it. Now he's doing a much better job of letting the game come to him.
Randle outside. A three-pointer is right on target. Randle's got 4 this quarter.
And helping the team space the floor there, Randle with so much more confidence now from the outside.
Here's Wright, and it's blocked right out of the air and controls it. A minute 42 left in the first half of the game. Edwards finds DiVincenzo. Shoots over Van Vliet. And it hung on the rim, but wouldn't fall for him. Black dishes to Wright. Good once again. That makes him 8 for 9 this game.
And I love the tenacity, guys. He simply can will his way into games at times and exert his presence.
And it's the Rockets on the break. Rebound, Minnesota. To the inside. And it's denied. Here's Black. Edwards defending. Black the pass to Eason. Over Gobert. Rebound, Minnesota. Randle's got 6 rebounds now in the game. On the wing, DiVincenzo. Nothing on the board. Randle down low. Eason on him. Randle with the bucket.
A go-to scorer in high school at Kentucky. Randle showing tonight that he can do it at this level as well.
Here's Black. Wright outside. 1 second left. And the foul on Tari Eason. That is his first foul of the game.
Coming off a big game, his confidence couldn't be higher, and Coach knows it.
When it ain't broke, leave it alone until someone stops him. Just let him roll.
And a close game so far through the first 2 quarters as we reach halftime. Rockets on top. They lead by a bucket. We'll be back shortly live from Houston, Texas.
61.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Welcome back, everyone, to the 2K Sports Halftime Show. Some big-time action already in this one. I'm Ernie Johnson, along with Kenny the Jet Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. Houston found themselves in a close game in the first. And trying as they might, they couldn't push their lead past 4 points. They were slightly better in the second. Not a big difference between these two teams. Kenny, what you think about the Rockets?
You have to recognize their bench play. Sometimes we overlook the second. But tonight, they've been the key. The coaching staff has got to be loving this. Getting that extra boost is huge.
How about you, Shaq? What you think about Minnesota?
Well, those second chance points are huge, and they only came because of their effort. Their work on the offensive glass is what's keeping them in the game. They definitely should try to continue to stay tough on the glass. It's been key so far.
That's all for now. Say goodbye to the folks. Thanks for joining us. Third quarter, just about ready to begin.
And after a fairly even first couple of quarters, the second half could turn out to be a great one as both teams try to gain an edge. Fantastic game from Little General in this one.
Well, he left his mark on that first half with his quick hands. Great sense of timing to pile up the steals.
Not only does he have solid defensive instincts, he just plays extremely hard. And I know people might not realize this, but that is a skill, and it is very difficult for the opposition. It is a recipe for disaster.
We've got second half action for you, and if the next couple quarters are similar to the first, this one could go down to the last possession. And on the floor for Chris Finch as we get into the second half. The wing set for him, Edwards and McDaniels. Gobert is out there with Julius Randle. And it's the captain in at the point guard position. Smith outside. Houston moving it around. Van Vliet against Edwards. Here's Black. 4 on the clock. From outside, off the mark.
He is single-handedly dropping the temperature in here with that cold streak.
Yeah, right now, he's just in his own head. Not much you can do to try and push through it.
Well, Randle is such a steady shooter. Interior defense just isn't enough to stop that shot.
Right, the pass to Black. Banked in off the glass. And the Rockets lead by 2.
Not the best pick I've seen, but hey, it got the job done, and that's all that matters.
Minnesota's gone 3 of 7 tonight from three-point territory. Second half of basketball, just over a minute played so far. The captain passes to McDaniels. Randle outside. A miss that time would have put him up. For Houston, they've gone 1 of 3 since starting the second half. And out of bounds as the Timberwolves gain possession.
And a chance to check out the stats for the captain. The past month has been surreal. And he's as opportunistic as anybody defensively, ranking among the top 15 league-wide in steals per game.
And going back to him being second in assists, it's his ability to control the pace of the game, his peripheral vision. That makes him such a great floor leader. It's good.
Number 4.
The captain's got 17.
And I'm not really sure that's the time for the fadeaway, but he sure can make it count.
And here we go. Black kicks to Van Vliet. Oh, good with the triple.
Rough start to the second half for them, only getting 1 of the past 4 shots to fall.
Randle passes to the captain. And denied. He sends it right off the glass. Randle on the follow. And so it's Wright bringing up the ball for the Rockets. There's the pass to Smith. The bucket is good. He'll have a chance for one more. Julius Randle picks one up.
Yeah, you just got to stick with it. You got to give credit to Smith there. Getting fouled and still finishing. Not always the easiest thing.
First trip to the free throw line for him tonight.
Yeah, he's averaging 80% from the line, and he has been as steady as they come at the strike.
The Rockets making a switch here. Green's checked in. And Smith, no good on that one.
Look, a big man who can score at all 3 levels, they do not grow on trees. Smith Jr., he is one of them.
Edwards can't hit.
That's a surprise. I mean, really out of character for him to miss when the defense is not right up on him.
He gets it in there.
Okay, guys, the D has to show a little more fight on the interior than they did on that trip.
Here's the captain following the score by Houston. Randle outside. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. Randle's got 22.
Working on being more consistent with this shot. Randle certainly helping his confidence moving forward.
Now a timeout called by Houston. Nice game. Great performance by Julius Randle.
He's been on an absolute tear inside. They've got to figure out a way to keep him out of the lane. I don't know.
there's a chance. Let's show you the teams that have thrived on the fast break this season. In the third spot, the Timberwolves. The Rockets fourth.
Both of these clubs love to play up-tempo. That's how they win. These are the games that fans love because of the nonstop action.
Right, looking around. It's Şengün, top of the key. And here's Green outside. Good on the three-point shot. Green's got 12 points in the game.
And it's encouraging to watch Green knock down the triple. Needs to keep doing this.
It's tipped. Here's Edwards. Lays it up, and despite of the excellent defense at that, Edwards got the game tied up here for the Timberwolves. Right outside. And Wright throws it down home.
And talk about putting some extra on it. That dunk was way over the top.
Close game or not, he's going to finish firm when he gets the space. And they're bringing you up close and personal on the AT&T 5G Slam Cam. And Minnesota has possession. The Rockets making the shot.
You got to do more than that to keep the ball out of his hands down low.
Agreed. He's just too dominant inside. So you're better off stopping him from getting the ball in the first place.
That bucket in no time at all. And it's 7 points for the chosen one.
And when he gets in his head that he's going to get to the basket, very little you can do defensively.
And here's Edwards from the arc. They get it back.
He'll be around the rim. Defense has always got to know his whereabouts.
Here's Black. McDaniels defending. Black kicks to Wright. And there's the whistle. Illegal screen.
Just lost his head out there. It'll happen if you're pushing a little too hard.
Yeah, that's going to draw a whistle every time down the floor. Not even close to being a legal screen.
That's a very avoidable turnover. You gotta focus on the details.
Thompson, he's checked in for Houston. Now here's Randall. He's got 22. Puts it up. And the shot is long.
And the defense was all over him once he got in close. Didn't want him to get too comfortable.
And Wright.
We are going to remember that one for a while.
I know I will, Greg. That was special. That was really special. Gobert, no good.
And that is a textbook example of how to defend your rim.
This is why he's out there. In situations like this, he stands tall to prevent points.
Well, they're in the lead, but he's still been frustrated from an offensive standpoint.
Now here's Edwards. 16 points for him. Another miss by Minnesota.
His consistency just hasn't been there this quarter in terms of his shooting.
Good on the bucket. Now it's a 5-point Rocket lead. Minnesota's gone 1 of 3 from downtown since halftime. Minnesota calls timeout. Got to like what Little General has done in this game.
And whatever the D has thrown at him, he's had an answer. His offense is coming naturally to him because he keeps things simple. You hear that, people? Keeps things simple.
Minnesota making a switch. Reed's checked in. Now that we have a second, let's take a quick peek at the rebounding numbers for the last handful of seasons for Rudy Gobert.
We've seen him regress as a rebounder these past few seasons. His numbers have come down in that department, and I'd like to see him concentrate on bringing them back up. I'm sure the team would as well. You can never have enough rebounding.
Randall dishes to Edwards. Down low, here's Reed, and he goes in for the dunk.
And showing he can make plays for others. Edwards moving it with conviction.
And here is Wright, and he has 28 points for the game. Black. A shot by Thompson, and no one's around. Drops in the tray. Thompson's got the lead up to 6 now for Houston.
How about the percentage they're shooting from beyond the arc here in the second half?
Here's Edwards. Thompson with the rebound. Thompson's got 6 rebounds now in the game.
He's lost it in this quarter, no doubt about it. Nothing seems to be going for him.
He's been dominant all game long. Nobody on the floor can stop him. And look, let's just say he knows it.
Edwards kicks to Reed. And he's good on the 3-ball. Reed's got 10 points.
When he gets a quality look like this at the perimeter, he can almost be automatic.
Now, here's Şengün. Guarded by Reed. Thompson, high post. 6 on the shot clock. Green inside the 3-point line. Thompson passes to Green. Jacks up a 3. And again, it's the Rockets from deep.
And certainly, they are not hesitating, letting it fly from deep here in the second half.
Up top, Edwards. 16 points for him. Here's the captain. And Randall throws it down.
Relentless on the backboard. Randall, a fantastic rebounder, and that time it directly leads to points.
Now here's Green. He's got 15. That's good. He's 5 for 9.
Shooting a great clip in the second half. He made some nice adjustments in the locker room.
Pass to Edwards. That's tipped.
I'd love to see them impose themselves a little more on the backboard. That's a great way to find confidence. Always a surefire way to get back in the game. Give credit where credit is due right there. A terrific assist.
And here's Edwards from the arc. And another 3 for Minnesota.
He's finally getting a chance to show off his range. I know he wishes he would have found his shot in the first half.
Here's Black. McDaniels defending. Here's Green. Reed with the rebound. Timberwolves trail by 7. To the middle. And Randall throws it down.
Not enough defense there. Allowing Randall to get that close is a recipe for disaster.
Now here's Wright. He's covered closely. Knocks it loose. And out of bounds as the Timberwolves gain possession.
And with the moment, let's check out some stats for Thompson. How his last 10 games have gone. He's averaging about 7 points a game, 7 rebounds, and 4 assists. And you look at his huge role in their offense, a major contributor as far as putting up points.
He's just a natural scorer and someone this offense leans on to help shoulder the load and lead the charge.
Got it, and the Houston lead's been cut down to just 2 points with the bucket from Edwards.
The adjustments they've made offensively, they're putting guys in a position now to succeed.
When it took them a little while to get there, just goes to show as long as you persevere, you'll figure your way out.
Now here's Thompson. 5 points in the game. Here's Black. And again, unable to change momentum here. And man, is this team on a roll right now offensively, Greg. So fun to watch.
They're playing with so much confidence, which is why they're tearing it up on this end.
Beautiful touch around the rim. Soft lay-in with the underhand finger roll.
Right outside. Looking to get back on track here. They grab their own miss. Count it. And it's 9 points for the chosen one.
Something that's kept this game close is the fact that the rebound stats for both teams are almost identical.
Randall against Thompson. Randall surveying the D. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
Personal foul.
And the physicality of Randall's game, impressive. It's what earns him those calls.
Julius Randall.
And guys, let's get your take on the scoring breakdown so far for the Rockets.
I'm liking the throwback approach. They're making use of the mid-range area and inflicting major damage there.
And another thing, guys, they've dominated on fast breaks tonight, outrunning their opponent the entire game.
That free throw good from Randall. Houston making some changes. Adams, he's checked in for Şengün. Tari Eason comes in for Black. And it's Fred VanVleet in for Jalen Green. Timberwolves also changing it up. Dante DiVincenzo, he's checked in for McDaniels. And Mike Conley subbed in for the captain. Both free throws good from Randall. And it's Wright with the ball for the Rockets. They've led by as much as 10. 109 left in the. And that's a foul called on Naz Reid. That is his first foul of the game.
Personal foul. Second team foul.
Left in the third quarter of the game. Here's Thompson, and he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2.
Thompson is one of the best pure athletes to come into the league in quite some time. He's fast, and boy, can he fly.
This is his first chance at the line tonight. The first one falls. And so Thompson nails both of them. 58 seconds left in the third. Right against Conley. And the wide open shot from DiVincenzo. And that one falls coming off Conley's feet.
Yeah, that's too good a look to give them from behind the arc.
VanVleet with it. He has 6. DiVincenzo with the rebound. There's 31 seconds left in the third quarter. Pass to Reed. Out to Edwards. Stolen by VanVleet. There's the drive. And good that time.
And there's the strength and determination VanVleet's known for. He battles nonstop.
Edwards. Second personal foul. Fourth team foul.
This will be his third free throw shot of the game.
Fred VanVleet.
He throw good, Van Vliet. There's 14 seconds left here in the third quarter. Here's Edwards. Lays it in without an inch of room around him. Edwards got 10 points in just the second half. White outside. At the end of the third, the score is all even. Both teams absolutely filling it up. We'll be back shortly live from Houston, Texas.
The Timberwolves 100.
And now we have a moment to reveal our State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, an easy choice tonight. Look at the precision on this pass. Put it on a platter for him.
You've got to admire the vision just as much as the accuracy. Not many players can even spot that pass.
Let's make some
3/10 quarters behind us. One more to go. Thanks for being with us as we begin the fourth. Black is out there with Adams. Then there's Dylan Brooks. Then it's Thompson, and it's Van Vliet in the point guard. That's the 5 for Houston right now. Now here's Gobert, and there's the foul. That's on Steven Adams. That is his first foul of the game.
First team foul.
Now Conley. Here's McDaniels. No good from outside. Here's Black. Passes it to Van Vliet. Now Brooks. Over Reed. Brooks misses. Outside Conley. There's the triple. Great D that time from Van Vliet. Houston's gotten a lot of looks from outside tonight. 5 of 12. Bucket is good. And the Rockets lead by 2.
Oh, nice play from Brooks down in the paint. Not afraid to get physical on the inside.
Outside Conley. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. It goes on Dylan Brooks.
Yeah, how about the body control on that one? Narrowly misses getting the deuce.
For the Timberwolves, Mike Conley taking 2 points.
And he makes the first.
Still a solid point guard in this league. When Conley is healthy, he makes a considerable impact on both ends.
And so Mike Conley nails both of them. Fourth quarter still young, just over a minute play. Black the pass to Brooks. And there's the pass to Van Vliet. Black at 6. Here's Thompson. And they pick up 2.
And Thompson letting his athleticism take over there as he was bumped.
Minnesota's gotten off to an 0-for-2 start from downtown here in the fourth quarter. Here he goes. The captain passes to Reed. Right side, Conley. Takes it from 10. Up again. It's good on the putback. Gobert's got it all tied up now for Minnesota.
When Gobert goes up, he gets up. Hair time to spare as he slams the putback home.
Here's the captain, covered by Van Vliet. Here's the captain. Down it drops through the net for his 9th bucket. He is 9 for 13 so far. And guys, let's get your take on the hustle stats for the Timberwolves.
They've been just suffocating on defense the whole game. Look at their shot blocking. The opposition doesn't have any room to breathe.
That's been all night long. And also dominating the offensive boards, and that's been winning them a lot of extra looks at the hoop.
Here's Van Vliet after the basket by Minnesota. And as it goes out of bounds, Houston able to keep the ball.
Still, Rockets ball.
Timberwolves on defense. The lead is 2. And that one's good. Brooks.
Oh, the balance Brooks has is impressive. Able to work through the defense and still capitalize.
And the chosen one gets the whistle that time. That's his 3rd foul of the game.
And now only 1 away from being in the penalty.
Here's the captain, covered by Van Vliet. Here's the captain.
And look at how focused Van Vliet is on D, not allowing the shooter any space.
Thompson dishes to Brooks. Shoots over McDaniel. Brooks misses.
Credit the defensive effort there, not giving him room to operate.
A nice shot by McDaniel. And the Timberwolves lead by 3.
The defenders need to recognize the importance of staying on him as we get into crunch time.
Here's the captain. Gets it to fall, and now he's 10 of 15 on the game.
It's been like this all night for both teams. The offenses having their way.
Yeah, but I think it's going to come down to who can get the stops down the stretch, because that's who's going to come away with this one.
Fires from deep. Black, no good.
You know what? He's got to look to get other guys involved. The three-point stroke is off.
McDaniels passes to Conley. Here's Gobert. An easy 2 points on the layup. Now it's a 7-point Minnesota lead.
And the defense has to bring more fire than we're seeing. Gobert just fighting through all of it.
Now here's Van Vliet. There's the dish to Adams. 6 to shoot. And here's Thompson. Reed with the block. And they get it back. A nice shot by Black.
And you can tell he's starting to figure things out here in the second half.
Here's the captain. Pass to Reed. Poked away and out of bounds as the Rockets gain possession.
Rockets ball.
And some changes here for the Timberwolves. Randall comes in for Naz Reid. And it's Edwards in for Mike Conley. Rockets trail by 4. Brooks with it. Gobert with the block. And so the ball out of bounds. Gobert touched it last. Just 5 on the clock. And Thompson kicks to Black.
If they want to come back, he needs to be better.
No good on that one. Here's Randall, and he drops in the layup off the glass. Randall's got 15 points here in the second half.
You know, they like Randall to be an offensive presence in the paint. They want him to be an option on every possession.
Here's the lob to the hoop. Trying to go for an alley-oop, but excellent defense and anticipation there to stop it. Here's the captain, covered by Van Vliet. Up top, Edwards. And there's another one for the Timberwolves.
And we are seeing tonight why Edwards was selected first overall. Anthony has a special ability to score.
Now, here's Thompson. Van Vliet outside. Clock at 6. Here's Brooks. Oh, and he plucks it off the glass. Wow. Randall with the bucket. Randall's got the lead up to 10 now for the Timberwolves.
And they've done some nice work as we've come down the stretch here in the final quarter. Building out this lead brick by brick. They have taken a very methodical approach.
And Thompson throws it down.
He's got rocket ship-like takeoff. Thompson can flat out fly.
Kicks it to McDaniels. Here's the captain. Back to McDaniel. And Thompson sends it back. Van Vliet passes it to Black.
Nice work to get it inside and draw the contact.
Third personal foul. First team foul. At the line for Houston, Black.
And the first one drops. Houston with a big group substitution here. Şengün's checked in for Steven Adams. Jabari Smith comes in for Thompson. Jalen Green's checked in for Brooks. And it's Wright in for Fred Van Vliet. And that's good as he hits both of his shots.
And among NBA bigs, he is known for his ability to deliver at the free throw line.
Pass to Gobert. Balls for his 7th bucket of the contest. He's 7 for 9.
Just no resistance inside at all. They are feasting. This is a straight buffet.
It is. It's a big one. And load the plate. Got that one, and the Minnesota lead has been cut down to 6. That one coming from Wright.
He's been a bright spot in their play today, but he could really use some help.
Pass to the captain. And he makes good on the layup. The captain's got 25 points in the game.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
Here's Wright. It's blocked. Now Randall. The pass to the captain. To the right side. Gobert against Şengün. And finished off by Gobert.
And man, Gobert is on a tear right now. Keep going to the hot hit.
Smith against Randall. Smith right side. Count that as his 7th field goal in 9 tries. He's shooting 78%. Minnesota leading by 8. Pass to Randall. Chalk up 2 there. Randall's got 6 here in this quarter.
And with the lead, I like the strategy here. Continue to get the ball to guys who can do something with it.
This is when good players really get after it. He can sense that they're reeling, and he's going to put his foot on the pedal.
Timeout called for Rockets.
Well, it's been an express lane to the rim. Coach can't be happy about that.
Yeah, we can see over here. The coach, he has some choice words for his team. Words we cannot repeat.
moment to present the New Balance Player of the Game, the captain.
And, guys, he's been about as close to perfection as you can be. The intensity he's played with has been amazing. Just no let-up. And as fired up as he's been, he's never let his emotions get out of control.
He silenced this crowd with an unreal display. His ability to drown out the noise and the hostility of an opposing crowd is pretty special. Time now to turn to our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David.
Well, during the break, I listened in on Ime Udoka's huddle, and it was an intense huddle. Coach challenged his team. He told them the effort's not there. It has to get better. See if those words work, Kevin.
Thank you, David. Pass to McDaniels. Here's the captain.
Timberwolves foul. Number 4. Second personal foul. First team foul.
Rockets trail by 10. Now here's Wright. Drives to the hoop. That one goes. Count it. Wright's got 14 points here in the second half.
Sometimes the pick doesn't even have to be perfect. It could just be a pick. He just needs to create a sliver of space.
2 minutes remaining in the game.
1:58 left in the fourth. The captain with the bucket. The captain's got the lead. Back up to 10 now for the Timberwolves.
When you allow good scorers to get uncontested shots at the rim, no wonder you're losing.
That's a great possession. Put your best players in a position to succeed.
Now here's McDaniels. Passes to the captain. Over to the wing. 1:31 left in the fourth quarter. McDaniels dishes to Gobert. Outside for Randall. And the rejection by Smith.
Read the shooter like a book. Smith Jr. really disruptive on D.
Wright outside. Floats one up, and he gets the bucket. Wright's got 6 here in this quarter.
Maybe they've been going to him a little too much. He's having a great game, but his team is losing, and that is all that matters.
Now here's Gobert. And there's the drive. Back to Gobert. He kicks it to McDaniels. 4 on the shot clock. The tray. Black grabs the board. Smith outside. Goes up and lays it nice and easy.
You don't need experience if you have guts. The young fella gets thrown right into the action. Smith Jr. wants to be here in late game.
Personal foul. Fourth team foul.
So it's the Timberwolves now.
It's foul.
They've led by as much as 10. And so they foul intentionally.
Fifth team foul. Shooting for Minnesota, Anthony Edwards at the line for 2.
It's the first, and that makes it a 7-point lead.
And talented in so many ways. Edwards is focusing on 2 things: the refining of his shot mechanics and the sustained level of engagement.
And Greg, it looks like time is going to run out on him here.
Yeah, I mean, unless they come up with an absolute miracle.
And it's Wright missing.
Having a hand up in your face makes such a difference to a shooter.
Yeah, that's a good defender making a play, and he does it without fouling.
And here's Edwards. And So Minnesota takes the win. This was a very strong showing for him, Greg. Not necessarily a runaway win, but one they'll feel very good about.
And let's face it, anytime you can go on the road and win in the fashion they did, you have to feel good about it. Really an outstanding effort all the way around.
And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Thanks very much, Kevin, with Julius Randle. And Julius, you get it done at multiple ends. Where does your focus been in terms of approach?
Just taking what the defense gives me. I'm a lot more patient, let the game come to me. Don't really try to force things as much. Sometimes I get out of character, but just try my hardest to let the game come to me the most.
Well, you were a big part of the win tonight, Julius. Thanks for your time. Kevin, back to you.
Thanks so much, David. Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. This is Kevin Harlan saying thank you for tuning in. See you later.